Hey, Fat Fowls got me lit, man. I just watched the Waffle House one, and I said I was gonna do the Boiga King at the end of that video, but then I saw they had a Taco Schmellington one. Hey, Taco Schmellington, that's what we call it. Taco Schmel, bro. We call it that because it's filthy, all right? Give you the good bubblies, all right? Potent gases releases. I'm talking about potent. I'm talking about you can strap them to them damn bats, put them in the mom, strap them to the bat, drop them. It's gonna blow everybody mind. Everybody nostrils gonna melt. All right. That's Taco Schmel. So when I saw that he had a Fat Fowls on Taco Schmel, I said, let me do this one before I do the Boiga King. So let's jump in and see what my boy Nick got to tell me about Taco Schmel, the biggest troll in food industry. Let's rock.
This is going to be one of those times where you're like, man, I feel like I knew that. It just never really dawned on me until now. Today we're talking about Taco Bell, probably the biggest troll in the restaurant industry. Buh! That's not true. Have you read Wendy's Twitter? It's hilarious. Buh! Yeah, we know. Wendy's has a funny Twitter where they clap back at people in the comment section. Okay, what I need you to understand is that Taco Bell has been out here actively trolling entire government agencies, and they've been doing it since back in the 90s before the internet made that shit easy.
Somehow this is definitely history, y'all. So I'm on this. I'm on the Fat Fowls. I'm on this. If something happened 2 hours ago and it's good, it's history to me, and I want to know it. But he talking about the 90s, so let's dig in.
They're quite literally one of, if not the only pioneer of meme-style marketing. And we're gonna get into it right after word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Sheath. Okay, look, I'm not gonna overcomplicate this. It's underwear with a pocket inside so you can stick your junk in it so your balls aren't stuck to your thigh.
Very nice.
Okay, I've got this piece of paper with this page of all this shit I'm supposed to read. Like, oh, they have all these fancy new designs. Like, yeah, that's cool. They're also the official underwear of the UFC. Like, great. Okay, but look, here's the truth. You know who doesn't really need underwear to keep balls from sticking to their thigh? World-class athletes with six-packs. Okay, you wanna know who does need this underwear? Bigger dudes that have been told at every doctor's appointment since they were like 11 that they needed to lose weight, and they just so happen to sweat anytime the temperature gets above 72, okay? Don't fucking look at me and I won't look at you, all right? And you wanna know the best part about this underwear? You can buy a pair, try it out. Worst case scenario, you're like, you know what? Turns out I actually do enjoy my balls sticking to my thigh. You can just not stick your junk in the pocket, and then boom, you've got a normal pair of underwear that feels the exact same, except now you've got a secret pocket that you can
Wait, bruh. You can just... So if you want to try a nutsack pocket, you can try the nutsack pocket. But if you enjoy sticky balls to your sweaty thighs, by all means, release the nutsack from the nutsack pocket and let them stick to your skin as much as you want. You got option. They're diversifying draws. Okay, Sheath. Okay, bruh. You should have Nick write y'all scripts for y'all for the other people. When y'all come holler at me, I'm gonna ask Nick to write me a script, bro.
Boom, you've got a normal pair of underwear that feels the exact same, except now you've got a secret pocket that you can, like, I don't know, hide stuff in if you wanted to.
Oh, and you can put your weed in there.
So yeah, you absolutely need to try some Sheath underwear. You literally have nothing to lose. The worst case scenario is that you bought some underwear. The best case scenario is that you never have your balls stuck to your thigh ever again. I'm gonna have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. Our story begins in 1948 with a young man by the name of Glenn Bell. See what they did there? Glenn Bell, Taco Bell. Anyways, moving on. Glenn Bell has just returned home from serving his country as a cook in the United States Marine Corps. Okay, right out of the gate, things are already starting to add up. I've said it once and I'll say it again. You don't call up the Marines unless you want something dead, broken, or pregnant, and I've known that Taco Bell was military food all along. But Glenn didn't start off by selling Mexican food right out of the gate. He actually opened up a hot dog stand in San Bernardino, California, known as Glenn's Drive-In. And things go absolutely awesome. They go so awesome that after a couple of years, he opens up a second location and expands into not only selling hot dogs, but also selling hamburgers. But then another restaurant comes into San Bernardino, California, and they're also just trying to sell a bunch of hamburgers, a little company called McDonald's. So Glenn decides, you know what? I'm not going to try to out hamburger McDonald's. I'm going to go ahead and make a slight alteration to my menu. I'm not going to sell hot dogs and hamburgers anymore. I'm going to start selling tacos. And my favorite little fun fact about this is that Taco Bell's taco sauce is actually Glenn Bell's original recipe for the chili in his chili dog. Wait a minute.
That's it. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, did you guys know that tacos are just Mexican hot dogs?
Services for emergencies only?
Yeah, I know, but hear me out. This explains why Taco Bell's original slogan was always think outside the bun.
Holy
She is suffering from the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen.
Sorry, I got really distracted. Anyways, he goes from selling hot dogs and hamburgers, changes the name of his restaurant to Taco Tia, and now he starts selling tacos out of a drive-thru window. And his entire strategy is volume. He wants to sell as many tacos as possible, as cheaply as possible. He ends up selling tacos for 19 cents a piece, and the reason he's able to do that is he just streamlines the entire making or assembly process of a taco. And the way he does that is he pretty much exclusively utilizes hard shells. That way the tacos are just easier to make and the shells are always ready. And to some degree, he's kind of credited with inventing the hard shell taco, which probably isn't true, but he's definitely the reason that they became so popular. And if you think that sounds crazy, it's absolutely not. You got to remember, this is like the 1950s. A lot of people in America that weren't near the southern border had never even heard of a taco, let alone had one. For a lot of people at this point in time, the first time they actually had Mexican food was at a Taco Bell once they started expanding. But regardless, the point is, Glenn Bell has officially just become the Henry Ford of tacos, okay? Just mass production. And to nobody's surprise, that goes great. He grows Taco Tia into multiple locations, ends up selling the entire brand off to another company, starts his own company to grow it again. This one is called El Taco. Does the same thing all over again, grows a company, sells it off. This time he wants to do it a fourth time, but he wants to make it a franchise company.
Wait, bruh. Wait! You telling me this man had 2 Taco Bells before Taco Bell? Boy, ain't no... You wait. You're telling me that businessmen allowed this man to create a taco business that flourished. Everybody's chasing hamburgers and hot dogs. It flourished. It's so good that he sells the company. People want to buy the whole company from him. He sells it. At that moment, you would think, okay, here comes the capitalists. They're about to figure it out. It's about to be a bunch of fucking taco places. Nope. More hamburger places. He starts another one. El Taco. Does the same thing. Grows the business. So good, people want to buy it. He sells the company. And now he's about to tell me he started Taco Schmel? But this time he's thinking bigger?
And he wants to run the entire thing. So he needs some capital. He partners up with 4 players from the NFL's LA Rams, and they end up starting the very first Taco Bell in 1962. And absolutely nobody's surprised, they totally crush it. I mean, they're selling 19-cent tacos to Americans. It's basically a layup.
Bruh. You're telling me that NFL players helped find Taco Bell? Oh my goodness. I get it. He didn't franchise the others, which is probably why it didn't raise too many antennas. I may be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
In the NBA, though. 4 players from the NFL's LA Rams, and they end up starting the very first Taco Bell in 1962. And absolutely nobody's surprised, they totally crush it. I mean, they're selling 19-cent tacos to Americans. It's basically a layup. In the NBA, though.
Long pass, perfect to Reese. Well, again, no Brian Reese. To go.
Nick!
Physical game.
Nick, no you did!
Carter.
Nick, you wrong as hell for Angel Reese and these folks.
Anyways, with them...
Nick, bruh. Why would you do that, bruh? What? That boy said in the NBA, not the WNBA. Bruh, I hope I don't have to edit that out. I feel like I might have to block that out, y'all. I feel like they gon' flag it for that. I'm gonna have to edit that out. So if y'all see me saying this, just know I had to edit out the WNBA Angel Reese part. God.
In 5 years of being in business, they're doing so well that by 1967, other successful fast food franchises are looking to cut in to this fast food Mexican niche. So Pizza Hut actually starts their own restaurant called Taco Boy, ends up being a huge failure. They cannot out-taco the Bell. Okay, fast forward 10 more years, they crush it the entire time, and then in 1978, they actually do end up getting bought out by a larger company, Pepsi.
I never knew that.
Omelet sausage.
Okay, and this is the most important part of the story because this is where shit gets completely out of hand, okay? Pepsi also bought a bunch of other restaurants right around the same time, like KFC and Pizza Hut. But Pepsi wasn't out there buying all these restaurants because they were trying to make money off of the restaurant, right? They didn't think they could sell tacos better than Taco Bell. They didn't think they could sell pizza better than Pizza Hut. They bought them so that they could beat Coke. You see, because at this point in time, Coca-Cola is number one. It's not even close. Everybody prefers Coke, and Coke is in every restaurant in America. And Pepsi realizes that they need to be able to get their soda into restaurants so that people are forced to try it.
Here comes the airplane. There you go. Open into the hangar. There you go. Yeah, eat it. Put it in your mouth, but just eat it. God, I hate it.
And at this point, pretty much no restaurants in America are going to willingly carry Pepsi products because everybody wants Coke and they don't want to have to tell every customer, is Pepsi okay? So in PepsiCo's mind, in a complete just gangster big dick move, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to force restaurants to carry Pepsi. We're going to buy out entire restaurant chains and then force them to carry Pepsi products, which is going to force the customer to drink Pepsi, and then we're going to get a following. And why this is important to Taco Bell's story is because
you know what's so crazy, man, is that's just that type of idea in business, I guess, is just like the bat bomb idea. It's just like, wait a minute, we're going to buy entire companies just so that we can force people to drink Pepsi? Like, we just not gonna spend more money on marketing? And no, fuck marketing. Just buy the whole company, bro. And then it's a bunch of Taco Bell, so it's gonna be Pepsi in a bunch of locations. That's kind of a wild concept, bro. But they did it. I did not know they own Pizza Hut, KFC. No wonder it's only Pepsi product. Well, give me the Sprite version of that Pepsi then. Oh, boy. Wow.
Entire restaurant chains and then force them to carry Pepsi products, which is going to force the customer to drink Pepsi, and then we're going to get a following. And why this is important to Taco Bell's story is because the new owner of Taco Bell doesn't really give a shit about tacos. Okay, new mission is not to sell good quality Mexican food at a fair price. No, the new mission is get as many motherfuckers through the door as possible and force them to try Pepsi. And at this point, Taco Bell, aka the restaurant founded by a Marine, is like, I'm gonna do dumb shit and troll everybody. Which, to be fair, is a completely reasonable reaction when your entire company basically gets turned into a front to waterboard people with Pepsi. Okay, we're just gonna take the shenanigans from the top, okay? In 1992, Taco Bell hired Johnny Cash to be their spokesperson, right? And I know what you're thinking. Why is that funny? Johnny Cash is awesome. Seems like a great spokesperson. A, I completely agree. But B, it's funny because he's the guy that got famous for singing The Ring of Fire. Okay, moving right along, the very next year, 1993, Demolition Man the movie comes out. Okay, for those of you that are not familiar with this cinematic masterpiece, here's the entire plot line. We're gonna take Rocky, we're gonna put him inside of a popsicle, and then we're gonna thaw him out like 100 years in the future so that he can fight Blade with blonde hair. So Taco Bell jumps in and they're like, you know what? Make us every single restaurant in the future. During the storyline of this movie, have a little offshoot where you pepper in the fact that every restaurant in the world is now Taco Bell because there was restaurant wars and Taco Bell fucking won. Okay, the longer this story goes on, the more sense it makes that it was founded by a Marine. By the time 1996,
boy, that's genius. Boy, that's genius. I've watched Demolition Man. I did not catch none of that. I mean, at the time I was what, 8? 9? Bruh. Genius.
the longer this story goes on, the more sense it makes that it was founded by a Marine. By the time 1996 rolls around, they decide they're not going to just troll their customers, they're going to start trolling everybody, including the United States government. So what they did for April Fools in 1996 is they took out a full-page ad in the 7 biggest newspapers in America, claiming that Taco Bell had reached an agreement with the US government to purchase the fucking Liberty Bell, and that they were renaming agreement with the
pleased to announce that we have agreed to purchase the Liberty Bell, one of our country's most historic treasures. It would be called the Taco Liberty Bell and will still be accessible to the American public for viewing. While some may find this controversial, we hope that it'll move with prompt other corporations to take similar action and do their part to reduce the country's debt. Bruh, you got to be fucking kidding me, man.
U.S. government to purchase the fucking Liberty Bell and that they were renaming it the Taco Liberty Bell instead. Now, bear in mind, this is 1996. Public outcry is still moving pretty slow.
Amazing.
There's no Twitter, there's no social medias where people can just immediately be a reactionary at the drop of a hat. No, if you want to be upset about something, you've got to write a letter or you've got to go get a phone book, track down somebody's phone number, and call them. There was so much public outcry that by noon of April Fool's, the Philadelphia branch of the National Park Service had to have an emergency press conference and tell everybody that it was just a joke and that they didn't sell the Liberty Bell to a taco company. Also worth noting, because it's funny, the White House press secretary at the time, when he was asked about this joke, decided to be a complete smartass and respond by saying, and I quote, "The federal government is also selling the Lincoln Memorial to Ford Motor Company and renaming it the Lincoln Mercury Memorial." And my personal favorite, in 2001, the Russian/Soviet space station Mir was going to collide back to Earth. Okay, this is like the last remaining symbol of Soviet space travel success, and it is going to fall into the ocean.
There's got to be his big break. We've got to fuck with him.
So Taco Bell is like, fuck it, we're gonna get a giant inflatable target and stick it in that part of the ocean with a big ass bullseye that says free tacos here. And if the Russians can manage to hit this fucking target with their space station, we're gonna give free tacos to everybody in America. Okay, this is why Pepsi's my favorite soda brand. Do I like the taste? No, but I just like how much they hate the USSR. Okay, for those of you a little fuzzy on the timeline, the USSR disbanded in 1991, right? 6 years later, in 1997, Pizza Hut, the other restaurant owned by Pepsi, gets Mikhail Gorbachev, the former leader of the USSR, to appear in a Pizza Hut commercial to send the very clear, very loud message of communism can't out Pizza the Hut. And now, 4 years after that, the Mir space station, the last remaining symbol of Soviet success at literally anything, is about to fall out of orbit and collide with the planet, and a taco company is putting a giant target in outer space, offering free tacos to the entire country that beat them in the Cold War if they manage to hit this target with any remnants of this Soviet space station. Not only is this going to maximize the amount of people watching with anticipation as one of the last living memories of the Soviet Union dies, it's also one giant last middle finger letting them know, hey, we have complete confidence that you guys always miss. Which is exactly what happened. The Soviet space station did not hit the target, probably because it wasn't at point blank facing a wall, and Taco Bell did not have to buy everyone in America a taco. So Taco Bell is just god tier level shit talking and trolling, but on top of that, they also have brilliant marketing ideas. My personal favorite and most infuriating, mostly because it didn't stick around, was in 2017, Taco Bell collaborated with Lyft to have a taco mode inside of their app. And what taco mode was is that when you got picked up by your Lyft driver, they would then immediately take you to the closest Taco Bell drive-thru, let you get food, and then take you home from the bar.
I missed that, y'all. What? I'm a full-grown adult 2017. How did I miss that? This motherfucker got a nose on his head. That a nose on his forehead? Man, what the hell going on in this video, bro? What? Wait a minute. I didn't miss that. Or is that another man behind him? No.
Okay, I don't know how this feature didn't stick around longer. Maybe I'm in the minority, apparently, but this is exactly what I want, okay? I spent my entire childhood getting told don't talk to strangers. As a grown-ass adult, there's nothing I want more in my life than to be able to summon a stranger with my cell phone and have them take me to Taco Bell before dropping my drunk ass off at home. And you know what? I'm gonna order all the ridiculous shit they've had on the menu over the years, because remember, they're only there to push Pepsi products. They don't care about having good quality Mexican food, and that's why they've essentially turned their entire menu into a circus show. I love it. The entire menu is just like the shit that you would talk about with your buddies when you were like drunk or high. Like, bro, you know what would sound good if we made a quesadilla and then turn that quesadilla into the shell for a burrito? We'll call it the quesarito. Oh man, this crunch wrap sure is good. You know what would make it better? If we replaced the hard shell tortilla on the inside with a giant fucking Cheez-It. And you know what? While we're at it, we might as well make the hard shell tacos shell a giant Dorito. Why not? So yeah, in conclusion, that is the story of Taco Bell. That time that a Marine came home from World War II,
eats.
started a Mexican hot dog restaurant that somehow perfected the art of shit-talking, trolling, and creating weird menu items, all on its quest to force people to drink Pepsi. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang, out.
There's something coming.
You know, for once, I know this video is super unhinged, but I feel like it's not my fault this time.
Hey, look. Look. This video, Taco Bell might need to go holler at the homie Nick, because this video some good promo, because boy, that he got me wanting to eat me some taco schmel. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all just gonna have to hang in there with me. Check it out. Taco Bell has played a major role in my eatage, okay? In my eating history, in my eat files. All right? I remember when I first started eating Taco Bell. I was a little fat fuck. 6 soft tacos. That's what I always ordered. This is when tacos were 69 cents, 79 cents. My mom, she don't feel like cooking. I'm bringing home Taco Bell. What do you want? I want 6 soft tacos. I did that for the longest. Like, when I find something I like at a restaurant, I typically stick to that, right? And I ate that for years. I'm talking about from 10 years old to about 10th grade, right? And then I started working in the 10th grade because that's just what we did. I don't know what's going on now, but we had to get jobs. And when I got my job, I got my first car in the 10th grade, and I had some money in my pocket. And after we go to a house party or something, and we didn't feel like eating Waffle House, because we would usually eat Waffle House before we went to the party. So when we're done, go to Waffle House, and I started eating. This is when the gorditas hit. And I would get 4 chicken gorditas. And I did that for years. I did that for like another 5 years. And then I switched to the chalupas, the nacho cheese chalupas. And that is where from back then, that's still what I get. I get 2 nacho cheese chalupas. Well, now they don't have nacho cheese chalupas. They got supreme chalupas, and you got to add the nacho cheese. So I get this supreme chalupas, add the nacho cheese, and I get a soft taco. Because that's all the filth I can handle now. I used to be able to eat the center twist, the whatever, the what else I used to get? I used to be able to handle a full meal. The Mountain Dew Blast. Remember when they hit with the Mountain Dew Blast? The what flavor was that? Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm forgetting this. But anyways, the Blue Mountain Dew, when they hit, I used to chug the bit. I can't do that no more. Hell, I could barely get through the soft taco. After I eat my 2 nacho cheese chalupa, I could barely get through the soft taco. And listen to how weird this is. Y'all just got to, fuck it. Taco Bell and McDonald's. I only eat Taco Bell now maybe 4 times a year, right? I might eat McDonald's about 8 times a year. I stopped eating McDonald's for like 15 years. And for like 15 years. But Taco Schmel, I never stopped eating. So I might eat it 4 times, and I refuse to take the Taco Bell home. So this is what I do. There's a particular Taco Bell I go to, because you know they're not all the same. You got to go to the one you like. And right next to it is a Quick Trip gas station. I go through the drive-thru because I don't eat inside a Taco Bell. I don't know. I just don't like it. I get the food from the drive-thru. I drive to the gas pump, right? I pick a gas pump at the Quick Trip, and I eat my Taco Bell right then and there, fresh fresh out the filth, fresh out the, I can't, like that 4 or 5 minute drive home. I can't let the food cool down that much, or I gotta throw it away. I can't eat room temperature Taco Bell. So I eat it right there at the pump. I throw the bag away in the trash at the pump, and I go home like it never happened. And T be like, babe, what? Babe, I got filthy. She be like, what you trying to eat tonight? Babe, I just got filthy. She like, oh, you went to Taco Schmel? Yes, I went to Taco Schmellington. Anyways, that's my Taco Bell story. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm feeling the fat files. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep doing these. If y'all show them love. I appreciate y'all putting me on to this, because this got me thinking filthy. This is some good filthy eating. Shouts out to Pepsi. I did not know all of this. This is crazy. I'm out, y'all. Peace.